Ever wondered how Republican presidents shaped America? From Lincoln's fight for unity to Trump's America First rhetoric, each leader has left a unique mark on our history. Join us as we uncover the legacies of these powerful figures. Welcome to our channel. Today, we'll explore the Republican Party's legacy through its U.S. presidents. Founded in 1854 in response to opposition against the expansion of slavery, the Republican Party quickly became a significant force in American politics. Over the years, Republican presidents have played pivotal roles in shaping the country's history, navigating through wars, civil rights struggles, economic booms, and challenges. Let's dive into the legacies of these influential leaders. Our journey begins with the iconic Abraham Lincoln, who served from 1861 to 1865. Elected during a time of intense national division, he faced the Civil War, a conflict that would determine the fate of the Union. Lincoln's leadership was crucial in preserving the United States. His issuance of the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863 was revolutionary, declaring an end to slavery in Confederate territories and paving the way for the eventual abolition of slavery nationwide through the 13th Amendment. Lincoln's commitment to civil rights and equality established foundational principles that would inspire future generations and movements dedicated to justice and freedom. Next, we have Ulysses S. Grant, who served as president from 1869 to 1877. A commanding general in the Civil War, Grant turned his military prowess to political matters during Reconstruction. He fought tirelessly to secure civil rights for freedmen and enforce the 14th and 15th Amendments, which guaranteed citizenship and voting rights regardless of race. Grant's dedicated efforts to combat the Ku Klux Klan and other discriminatory groups were significant in the battle for racial equality during a time of widespread violence against African Americans. His presidency, though later marred by corruption scandals, laid essential groundwork for civil rights advancements. William Howard Taft served as president from 1909 to 1913 and is often remembered for his robust trust-busting policies. As a progressive Republican, he focused on breaking up monopolies and enforcing antitrust laws more vigorously than his predecessor, Theodore Roosevelt. Taft's administration led to significant regulatory reforms, including the establishment of the Department of Labor and the 8-hour workday for government employees. Notably, he is the only president to later serve as Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, where he continued his commitment to justice and legal reform, influencing American law for years to come. Calvin Coolidge, president from 1923 to 1929, is famous for his strong advocacy for business and laissez-faire economics. His mantra, "The business of America is business," highlighted his belief in minimal government intervention. Under his leadership, taxes were cut, and big business flourished, contributing to the Roaring Twenties economic boom. However, his policies of deregulation and laissez-faire governance laid the groundwork for the economic imbalances that would lead to the Great Depression shortly after he left office, prompting debates about the role of government in economic affairs. Herbert Hoover served from 1929 to 1933 and faced the daunting challenge of the Great Depression, which began shortly after he took office. His response to the economic collapse emphasized volunteerism and individual effort over government intervention. Despite his belief in the American spirit, many criticized his inaction and reliance on private charity. Hoover's presidency serves as a crucial case study in crisis management, illustrating the complexities of leadership during economic downturns and the evolving expectations of government responsibility in social welfare. Dwight D. Eisenhower, president from 1953 to 1961, presided over a period of economic prosperity and Cold War challenges. His leadership style was characterized by a calm demeanor and a focus on bipartisanship. Eisenhower's most notable achievement was the establishment of the interstate highway system, dramatically transforming American infrastructure and promoting suburban growth. Internationally, he navigated Cold War tensions, promoting containment policies and asserting military might without direct conflict, a strategy exemplified in the Eisenhower Doctrine. His presidency is often hailed for maintaining peace during a time of potential global chaos. Richard Nixon, who held office from 1969 to 1974, is perhaps best known for his complex foreign policy initiatives and the Watergate scandal. His groundbreaking trip to China in 1972 opened relations with a key global player and marked a significant shift in Cold War diplomacy. Nixon also had domestic accomplishments, including the establishment of the Environmental Protection Agency and the promotion of net neutrality through the Clean Air Act. However, the Watergate scandal and subsequent resignation raised serious questions about public trust in government and accountability for political leaders. Ronald Reagan, who served from 1981 to 1989, is often heralded for revitalizing the American economy and reshaping the Republican Party. His economic agenda, known as Reaganomics, centered on tax cuts, deregulation, and reducing government spending. Reagan's strong anti-communist stance and assertive foreign policy, particularly during the final stages of the Cold War, were pivotal in addressing global challenges. His charisma and effective communication helped inspire a sense of American optimism and restored confidence in governmental leadership. George H.W. Bush served as president from 1989 to 1993, navigating a transformative period marked by the end of the Cold War. His leadership during the Gulf War in 1990 showcased his foreign policy acumen, forming a broad coalition to repel Iraqi forces from Kuwait. His presidency emphasized a new world order, advocating for global cooperation and diplomacy. Pledging no new taxes illustrated his political struggles, as he ultimately faced a recession that challenged his administration and led to his defeat in the 1992 election. George W. Bush served as president from 2001 to 2009, facing unprecedented challenges following the September 11th attacks in 2001. His administration's response involved launching the war on terror, which included military actions in Afghanistan to dismantle the Taliban and al-Qaeda networks. The invasion of Iraq in 2003, based on claims of weapons of mass destruction, sparked widespread debate and division both domestically and internationally. Domestically, Bush implemented significant tax cuts aimed at stimulating the economy, though these policies eventually contributed to increased deficits. He also advanced the Medicare Modernization Act, which created Medicare Part D, expanding prescription drug coverage for seniors. His presidency ignited significant discussions regarding national security, civil liberties, and the balance of power in times of crisis, particularly with the enactment of the Patriot Act, which expanded government surveillance capabilities. Bush's presidency ultimately concluded amidst the Great Recession, prompting evaluations of his economic policies and crisis management. His legacy remains contentious, debated in terms of the implications of his foreign and domestic actions. Next, we turn to Donald Trump, who served as the 45th president from 2017 to 2021. His presidency was marked by a distinct approach to both domestic and foreign policy, characterized by America First rhetoric. Trump focused on tax cuts, notably the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act of 2017, which aimed to stimulate economic growth but raised debates over income inequality and fiscal responsibility. In international relations, Trump adopted an unconventional style, engaging in direct diplomacy with North Korea and withdrawing from international agreements, such as the Paris Climate Accord and the Iran nuclear deal. His administration emphasized stricter immigration policies, including efforts to build a wall along the US-Mexico border, which drew both support and widespread criticism. Domestically, Trump faced significant polarization, culminating in social justice movements and political unrest, particularly surrounding the Black Lives Matter protests in the wake of George Floyd's death. His handling of the COVID-19 pandemic also sparked debate and scrutiny, impacting public health policy and trust in governmental institutions. Trump's presidency reshaped the Republican Party, driving it further toward populism and nationalism. His legacy continues to influence contemporary political discourse and set the stage for ongoing debates about the future direction of the Republican Party and American governance at large. As we reflect on the legacies of these Republican presidents, we see their influential roles in shaping political discourse and navigating the country through challenges and triumphs. The evolution of the Republican Party continues to impact American society today, prompting ongoing discussions about governance, rights, and the role of political leadership. Thank you for joining us on this journey through Republican history. We invite you to share your thoughts on these leaders and their legacies in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more engaging content on American history and politics.